And we are live. What's going on, everybody? And today we have a special guest. So his name is Andrew Peters. He is a composer. He has actually won some awards. He has played piano, clarinet, guitar, recorders. What else? I mean, some African drums, kazoos.
Comb with wax paper. Yeah, start off on that.
He's played some stuff.
But at all.
He additionally happens to be my dad. So yeah. So
if you wonder about him, the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree.
So he may have a dessert or he may have an ingredient. We don't know. We'll find out in a few seconds.
Hopefully a dessert, and hope he beat him. Hope he beat him.
Yes, I hope that he didn't buy store-bought. Okay, so Dad. Somebody told me I need to call you Mr. Peters, but
oh God, I didn't need a dad. Jesus, what a formal.
I know.
Give me a break.
Mr. Peters is his dad.
Yes, Mr. Peters is my dad. So yes,
now that
it's
we
also
have
the Phantom. It is also the Phantom. Correct. Gary is
hold on.
the Phantom.
Hold on.
No. Oh no. Oh no.
Say that again. We'll make a tune out of it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. 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 No.
Oh no. No. No.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So let's go.
Hold on.
Oh no.
There we go. This is awesome.
All right. So we'll have to explain the Phantom.
This is awesome.
What do you think?
There we go.
Oh, good.
Yes,
very good.
he's Bach.
Oh no! Oh no!
He's
oh
Bach.
no! No!
He's,
No!
And he's Bach. And he's Bach. So here is what
I am the Phantom.
So this is the funniest part about it is that before the Phantom was Dracula, and when Halloween he would just dress the part and go crazy, and people would be like, "That is the best Dracula ever," because he would come and really like be in. We put you in that coffin, didn't we, back in the day?
Oh yeah, Christmas coffin, right?
So at Halloween he had my buddy would like go all out, and so you would go into the backyard and he'd have tombstones, and then he had a real coffin, and my dad would be Dracula in the coffin scaring little kids away from the
That's awesome.
Oh no, the little kids would come up and I'd pop up, and the bigger the scream, the better I liked it.
That's the best.
It is.
I used to jump out of bushes. And then every once in a while I get these kids who are defiant. I'm gonna kick you. Yeah. No, you're supposed to be afraid, kid. No, I'm not afraid of nothing. Okay, you're a drag. Now, I used to dress like this. In my classroom. And, and the girls didn't know quite what to make because I was looking pretty good, Dracula, and, little cape and stuff like that. And I go up to it and say, "Good evening." Oh, no. Because, I'm a strict teacher, so all of a sudden I'm Mr. Wacko for a day, and they go, "Whoa." But that's how I got started. I wore this wig, and I had sunglasses, not my monster face. And a kid happened to record me on his cell phone. And that's my very first video. That started the whole thing. And actually, it's a good song because I was playing. This is all thanks to John Belushi, rest in peace, because he did a skit a long time ago on Saturday Night Live, and he had a white wig on, and he had sunglasses, so like he was sort of like a blind Beethoven, but he was rocking out and doing jazz. I said, "That's it, that's it." Awesome. Plus my story that I told you about me being the Phantom. You got to tell them the story about Phantom, how I became the Phantom.
Okay, so no, I think you got to tell them the story. So we'll preface this. This is 1970, 1960 something. 1970. So he is in a. So the story is
I was in a regional contest of the Soul Ensemble Festival of Arizona, right?
In Tucson,
Arizona. You had to go through the Tucson, and you needed to get a superior and one rating to be able to go to the state level. So I did it on clarinet. I did play the last movement, third movement on Mozart's Concerto for Clarinet. I got a 1 there, and I got a 1 for a piece of music. Now, you understand this piece of music has a story. I'm a cheap SOB, so if I pay $15, and $15 back then in 1970 was a lot of money, I was going to play the kazoo because I wasn't going to waste $15. You know, I was going to show up playing Wax Comb with, you know, and doing Blue Moon or something. But I had 20 minutes. I was playing saxophone at a jazz deal up there in Flagstaff. I had 20 minutes break before we had to go on again. So I said, God, it's 2 days late. I got to come up with something. So I come up with the piece in 20 minutes. I'm solid. That's the piece I'm going to do. And so I perform it. I win the superior on that in the clarinet. But the lady said, you know, I know you're the composer, because I said my name is Andrei Pietrov, because I spoke Russian. And I said, nah, it's you. So guess what? You got to write it down. You go, what? Write it down? I just composed this thing. I just improvised it. Write it down? So my mom's story in Clark, it wasn't very good. It was out of tune. And, of course, I couldn't do it at the middle of the night because Dad and Mom would be pissed. So I had to sneak out into the stage. This is at Saguaro High School. And so I snuck out there, and I was used to playing the piano, the grand piano on the stage. So I used that. Well, at 11 o'clock, the security guard catches me. Like, what are you doing here? Hi, funny about that. So he called my choral director, Iverson. Iverson came down going like, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing here? Well, I said, I got this competition, and I got to write it down in my piano at home. I can't do it because I wake up my parents, plus it's out of tune. I said, okay, from now on, you're the Phantom. And payment for me coming down here at 11 o'clock at nighttime is for you to perform this tomorrow in class, in choral class. I said, okay. I did. 3 days after that, I performed it up there at ASU. That's where I fell in love with the campus. And I got a gold medal. And I can't even read music well. and I get back on the bus, and they tell me, well, what medal did you win? Silver. Finally, they found out I was the only gold medal winner on piano in all of Tucson.
Nice.
Yeah, Tucson's a fairly big city. Not as big as Phoenix, but pretty big. And I get back, and my teacher, Mr. Kopeski, said, who the hell are you? You beat all the kids that I've trained for years to play Bach, Beethoven, and all the greats. And you just pull this out of your butt, perform it, and win the gold medal. Who in the hell are you? I said, well, good question. So that's my ability. Now, you understand there's another dark side of this. I never learned how to read music very well. On clarinet, yes. On treble line, fine. But bass, I'm not very good at the bass clef. And therefore, my sight reading ability on piano sucks. I had to play America the Beautiful. I mean, right before they knew I was a good pianist. I was making my own stuff up. And, you know, that's Peters, you know, he's really good. Then they had me play America the Beautiful, but I had to read that. And I screwed up so bad, they never invited me again to play any music.
Oh, my God.
And I made from that decision, I play only my own stuff. I will get in front of anybody, I don't care how big the audience, national, TV, I don't care. And I can play my own music right off. I mean, Invented Symphony, right there, like I'll do today. But ask me to play America the Beautiful or, you know, Ring Around the Rosie, something like that, if I have to read it. If it's flute, clarinet, recorded, fine. But if it's like bass and treble clef, nah, I'm good. I can write it down. I'm good at that. But I was so busy making music, I never learned how to read the music.
So you just
It's
go
like
by,
a writer knows how to
Well,
write,
now they have.
but you don't know how to type.
You just go by sound, or they kind of hear it out?
No, you can't say I play by ear, because I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I recognize pitches.
Okay.
What I do is I compose right on the spot.
Okay. Gotcha. That's awesome.
Only
Yeah.
the people that I knew that did that were Mozart. Beethoven was a master at it.
Right.
But other composers I run into, they have to plan it out. They have to. One of my teachers, James Zamar, is at ASU. he would do like like in film they do storyboards. So he would storyboard the music. Well, I want this to happen. This I don't do that. I get on the piano. I remember one time I competed, and I purposely didn't prepare anything in my mind. I wanted it to be fresh. So I walked out on the stage, and I stared down. I sat down, deliberately. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Now what the
You
fuck?
turned. Okay. You're not supposed to be cussing on my show, darn it.
Got the dropping bombs here.
I know. What the heck?
Well, impromptu bomb here.
What happened? He now is just like vertical.
Is he froze?
I don't know what happened. So that's the story. We will not have him. We will just have a picture of him in the side corner bottom as he's frozen, and he will disappear shortly. So just a little background. So he is my dad, and it was a high school teacher who taught science for 40 plus years. And additionally, he was a composer. So he has several albums out. I've been around music all of my life because of him. My stepmom was additionally a chorus teacher. So she taught chorus. She was vocals and guitar, really excellent guitarist. Right. And then my dad did the composing. So all of my life I was around him and her. And as you can tell, he's funny. He's really funny.
It's awesome.
Yeah, he's really funny. And the cool thing is that he always made teaching always kind of like he added that humor to it. He had to hit some of the major things over the years, but he always added his own flair and style. And he also does like 3D. So he does 3D photography. He does the music, and then he does the 3D photography is phenomenal. I mean, he's been doing that since the early 80s. Before it was a thing, and now he kind of goes in and out of fads. But yeah, so he's been doing that a long time, and then again, he's been composing music since he was so young. That's
a really good talent. I mean, it's just like he's just freestyling. You know what I'm saying? Just off his.
That's exactly what he does.
Head. He's really like just a.
Yeah. When I was a kid, we didn't want him around pianos, because he would just take over the piano, and wherever we were at, I remember being in like random places, and he would just sit down, and people would give him money, like dollar bills because he would just sit there and start playing, because that's what he likes to do, and people would just be like, "Hey, they must have paid somebody to come out here," and they give him people would just give him money. I'm like, what are you gonna do with the money? He's like, I'm gonna go buy myself a soda. I'm gonna go buy myself some sodas and food.
Well, I remember we were you need money, just find a place with a piano.
Yeah, well, what was funny is I've had people come up to we'd be like in random places, and people would come up and go, your dad's really good, and I'm like, I was around him all my life. So 47 years of my dad, I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, that's what my dad does. I didn't know, that's what everybody dad does some stuff. But they were like, no, he's like really talented. I'm like, yeah, I know. I've heard that before.
You're just like, yeah. But they're like, oh
yeah,
my God.
Yeah.
Like,
he's like, hey, I can compose something. I compose a whole entire orchestra in like 20 minutes. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
So
that's awesome though. It's really cool.
So while we're waiting for him to, he's also, he's using his cell phone tonight. So I think that the cell phone either died, or now he's like, I don't understand what's going on. My phone, I'm gonna have to reboot my phone. He'll show up.
Probably is.
Yeah, it has technical error on it. His entire phone dies at the last minute. Somebody unplugged it. So what do we have for dessert? So tonight we're going to, I don't even know what my dad had. He'll have to come back with a dessert. But tonight I have bought, I'm not going to lie, I did not I purchased these, but it is frosted brownies, chocolate frosted brownies with chocolate chips on top.
There you go.
I was like, hey, it has chocolate chips on top. Now, I know that we all know that we have to bow down to the metal chef who is going to have definitely produced something better. I know what it is, but I know that it's better. So go ahead. Let's see what you got.
I literally did the same thing as brownie. It's nice. I think we've done it a few times, but I actually brought the same stuff that you brought. And,
I know.
I did the brownies. I did
brownies are good.
The scratch brownies are really good. I found a good recipe, and it. I've really enjoyed making it. So every time I get a chance to, I make these. Really good. Really good.
All right, hang on one second. The boss is the dad's on the line. We don't know what he's doing. What's going on? Yeah, your phone's dead?
Yeah, something happened to Big Thing car, I think, because it's been acting up on me ever since I got home.
Okay.
It also, Nick tells me, the very act of doing video drains the battery faster as shit.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So it just,
All right, hang on one second. We're hearing the story. So do you want to try his phone?
yes, we're going to do that right now.
Okay, so try his phone, and then do you need the link, or what do you need?
Yeah, send him the link.
Okay, I'll send him the link. Okay. So he'll be back momentarily. As technology is technology, we will bring back the guest.
Yeah, I forgot how the going live definitely sucks your battery dry.
It does, and that's the one thing that if you're not used to doing this, and we're using computers, so it doesn't do this to us. And I don't have it's not posting.
Yeah, one thing I've learned on that one.
So, yes, and why is it not posting into a text format? Why is it not doing it? Because it's weird. Hang on. Once I do the post. So we are. So what have you been doing this week while we're waiting for my dad?
No, literally just been kind of working. Like I said, Mondays and Tuesdays are kind of like my weekends where I have off. So it's kind of just getting some stuff done around here, mowing the lawn, all the fun stuff. So that had to get done. Being that it's rain and stuff like that, it's growing a lot more. So it just grows quicker.
So we had monsoon last night. So Arizona doesn't get a lot of rain, but when it does, it tries to pour on us. And so for like 4 or 5 minutes, it sounded like crazy, crazy, crazy. And it was crazy, but it was fun. Oh, here we go.
Back.
Okay. Bart Deuce, let's go.
All right. So
hey, there he is again. Now he's on the.
Well,
gotta get the.
lesson learned. I didn't. Nicholas tells me
you're upside down.
You're upside down though. You're on the side. You're sideways here.
Why? Oh, you don't have an auto rotate. Put on auto rotate. Hold on.
Now you're fine. No, now you're not.
You're good.
So that is so. Just the other little gentleman over there is my brother, Nicholas. Nicholas is what? He's a sophomore in college, fresh sophomore.
Yeah, kind of juniorish.
Yeah, it's a weird middle ground because I started early, and so it's like I'm like halfway between a sophomore and junior. It's weird.
No. And he is a arts major. Is that right?
Graphic design.
So yeah, art major.
Graphic design. Yep.
Nice.
Oh, and they're gone again.
He had it. He just didn't touch it.
Just don't touch the phone, Dad. He's like, buttons. I can play piano really well, but the buttons.
So how many instruments does he know how to play? He seems like he's pretty versed.
So this is the crazy thing. I was trying to figure that out when I was writing this. He probably he can play any wind instrument.
That's awesome.
Like flute, clarinet, saxophone,
Nice.
clarinet, contrabass, bass clarinet. So there you are again. Yeah, so
Are
he's
you
really
While we're setting it up, we accidentally press leave. We fix it now. We're good.
Well,
we're good. Don't touch it.
technology,
Don't touch it.
While he was rotating, he pressed the lead because it's like right in the middle of the phone. So when you press,
Because when you put the phone into the little holders, it sometimes hits those little buttons.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You don't know
okay.
exactly where the buttons are.
I set our rotate off, so that should be permanent now.
You're good.
So we're at 25%. Apparently, I just drained the hell out of this thing. I didn't know this was such a drain on the.
Well,
on the-
it's just I think your phone's just throwing it through right now. Mine didn't heat up that much. Yours was really
well,
maybe he's messing with
when
it.
you have a phone and you surround it with these little rubber things, and you're out there in 117 or 112 degree heat, it just maxed out my phone and went.
But my phone is supposed to be charging, so
Yeah, I
But
think
his phone could die too. We're gonna have the
Well,
dying
no,
phone.
it's actually going up, so I'm sure mine's fine. I think his just had a heat stroke.
yeah. He's
Welcome to my life. This is my life right here, folks. So we were at the. Did you bring a dessert before we just showed off desserts? Did you bring a dessert?
Let me check.
So he is gonna tell you that he's gonna correct you on the thing that I told you about, the dip thing that I told you guys about last week. He corrected me and said it was only a certain type of salsa. So he may have brought that, or he may not have.
He has bananas.
Did he bring a banana?
Now we know where you get it from.
I was
You brought a
just thinking,
banana.
the banana doesn't fall far from the tree.
No.
I got a banana, look.
Did he just go in your kitchen?
Love you guys, yeah.
He did. Hey, look, I got
Is he,
it right here.
is he in the same house?
It's not complete unless I have my mask on.
He literally
Okay,
brought
here
a
we
banana
go.
like
Oh,
3 weeks ago.
did he? I don't even think he knows that. Do you know I did that, Dad?
What?
He brought,
I brought,
he brought
like,
the same,
three-
he brought the same dessert.
I bought a
like
banana.
3 weeks
Banana.
Look,
Oh goodness.
The Phantom of the
He's
Banana.
the banana of the banana.
you guys thought this was going to be a normal interview. Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
No. Who the hell is that guy with the mask face? The Phantom.
the banana.
Remember the vampire? Of course, I scared the shit out of my students. My God, what the hell? You were normal yesterday. What is it now? The Phantom.
The Phantom. That's awesome.
Okay, Phantom. Let's
He's here for tech support. Go away. Decline. You know, I hate these little phones where, excuse me.
I'm pretty sure that was.
don't touch the buttons. Don't touch the buttons, please. The buttons
No.
are
You get these idiot calls saying, do you want some solar? Do you need solar? Hey, do you have a student loan? I don't have a student loan, but you do have a student loan.
How's your car warranty?
Yeah, that's that. How is your car warranty, by the way? I've heard you had a car. You have a warranty for it, right?
It's about to expire.
Okay, so now that
It's one step.
so now that we
Oh, no. Mangoes. We can't forget mangoes.
There you go.
Mangoes. Yeah.
so he's brought two, so hey, he's got me beat. I brought just a banana that day. He's just like grabbing stuff from his kitchen. I believe, sir, you're just grabbing stuff from your kitchen.
No,
Okay.
it's not true. It's not true.
I don't
Oh,
don't believe you're prepared for the dessert part of this
Animal
show, sir.
crackers. Hold
Yeah,
on.
animal
Animal
crackers.
crackers.
Nice.
Look, no, really, seriously.
That's sort of.
Put them
That's
with the banana.
No,
They go well
you
with
take some
bananas and
banana
mangoes.
pieces and put it in the creamy animal crackers. Yeah.
There you
That's
go.
right. That was it. That was That's it. That's the ticket.
Shit.
Okay,
You know
so
what?
he's going to play a piece for us now.
All
Or
right.
so he said.
So here's the deal. This is important actually because I have to give you some background so you understand how cool this is. Because this is my piano here. Hold on. All right,
Uh-oh.
this is my mom's piano. It is a 1959 Steinway, but it's a special Steinway because underneath the keys, see the keys? Yeah, underneath the keys is a strip, the full length, underneath the bed of the keys. So when I push down, it actually goes right to my computer. Now my computer, let's see, hold on, is over there, right? So what I got to do is, hold on.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Stupid phone.
I don't know why we have the same model. My phone survives everything. His dies in the heat.
Do you know why? It's because uh-oh.
He has the
Let me
tech.
say some love and support. What's going on, Chris?
Yo, Chris.
So we are interviewing my dad, who is a composer tonight, Chris, just to let you know. And he is doing something with his computer now, which we're not sure what he's doing.
Well, you know, go
the
away. I'm supposed to be loading up
So what happens with technology in this house is that mostly it gets thrown after it doesn't work.
Yeah, you can't throw my phone. That's
Oh, are you saying there's a degree of frustration? Huh? How about the time I worked for weeks, 2 weeks to exact, on my Mac Plus? Remember Mac Plus from way back? And it disappeared. I was so, there's a lot of expletives I could use right now. TikTok.
I think he has used some in our show already.
So when technology goes bad, it goes really bad. And it messes up your day for sure. And it does. So if you don't have backup, because if you don't have backup, disk will, there are rules. Your hard drive will crash. That's a rule. It will crash. Even if it's a solid state, it will crash. But the spinning disk will definitely crash. And it will take all your data with you. And I had to pay $1,000 to get one hard drive back because it's possible to get it back, but at a price. So backup. Musicians, artists, whatever like that, you have to back up all the time religiously. It's a part of the day.
Right.
And so anyway, back to what I'm doing here. So I'm loading up Pro Tools. This is Pro Tools version 10. It's now up to about 12 or something. But mine is 10, and I'm running on an old, poor, sad desktop. It needs to be replaced. I bought it, but I haven't put it together yet. Oh, Lord. Why do people keep on texting me when I'm giving an interview? I don't know.
It's my phone.
Oh.
Because it's my phone. Because people like me.
Okay, fine.
Dad, he actually has a life. People love him.
That
People
was-
want to talk to him.
Oh, ow. It hurts so much.
It's picking up. Almost like it's working. So.
Okay, so play your
All right.
piece, Dad.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll
So
let you guys
now
be.
watch very carefully. So I'm going to do a new one. It says open.
We need tech services, please.
Yeah, I'm going to be out with Linda. So if any issues go wrong with the phone, call Linda. I'll be with her. And I'm trying to know what to do.
All right.
And Linda is my stepmom.
Okay.
So this is the part where it's very entertaining, and we get to see him mess around with the Pro Tools. But while you're doing this, Dad, when did you start composing?
13.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and what was it on?
I'll play it.
Oh, there we go.
So, I was just starting 7th grade. I picked up the clarinet in the summertime. And then I started school. We had sold our house in Manassas, Virginia. And we were waiting for the new house to be built in Annandale. My dad worked at the Pentagon. He was a deputy logistics for Stratcom. And so
people say I look like you, Dad. People say I look like you, by the way. Just saying.
Oh, no.
Okay, so okay, sorry, I interrupted your story.
So they lived out at the cabin, and they would drop me off at Mrs. Hirsch's place, the Hirsch's place, and they had a nice grand piano. And of course, I had to wait for Mom to pick me up because she was going to Georgetown University, and she picked me up, and so I started dawdling. And what I first did was. Now, the importance of that is I didn't do this. That's just a scale. But what I did is I made phrasing. I held one note longer than the other. So it made musical sense. And then the same week, I learned, I was doing one hand, but I added a new hand, my left hand. A really, messed up hand. That's all I could do. I mean, my left hand was horrible, but I did this. And that was my second piece. And I was impressed. I said, whoa, this is fun. And it escalated. So I played clarinet in the 7th grade. I was building my repertoire of music. 8th grade, I played bass clarinet. And then 9th grade, I played contrabass clarinet. And I became pretty good in clarinet when I came out here to Tucson in 1967, August 1st. I was quite proficient on the clarinet. But my compositions were being more. And I had to teach myself, there was nobody supporting my butt. My mom had to listen to me experiment, poor lady. But I was building up my own because there wasn't going to be anybody patting me on the back saying, oh, good, keep on going. Not like today. Back then, you're on your own.
Right.
And so I had to develop my own theory. Everything I had to develop from scratch. When I finally took Bach chorale system, which is a standard music theory in college, I did that in 1970. I hated it. Rules, you can't do parallel fifths. I like parallel fifths. What do you mean I can't do that? Well, Bach says, well, who cares? So I already was defiant. I said, no. Who says I can't do that? So I started doing, and I like that. Oh, I like that. That's pretty cool. It gave me the basis for what I do in chord progressions now, which is all over the place. And so I learned how to do arpeggios.
Oh.
Oh no.
Sounds good. I'm like, what's going on here?
There's the.
I got
I was like, what's going on?
I got all these chords. You don't know how look, we can't see all these chords. See all these chords?
I got that piano. It was really good.
It just went.
Not only that, look, not only that. Guess what?
Oh.
Oh no! I was like, wait, why is it getting close? What's going on? And just went,
it's diving. Well, this is the most interesting interview I've ever had with anybody.
Oh, it's amazing. It's awesome.
I will never say that my family is boring in any way, shape, or form.
That was awesome.
Oh, he's back. He's back. Did you figure out your phone?
I got a cord coming from my cell phone or his cell phone because dying. By the way, honest to God, it's down to 22%. Or 27. This session is eating up juice. Wow.
Yeah, videos It's really eating juice. It eats you right out of the stream.
It was like, what's going on? Like, it goes, it's just getting close to the keys.
He might give you a whooping. That's true, Chris. That's probably
awesome.
true. Do you know what? I was talking to somebody about that, and that is always an interesting. He was a fairly. I mean, he wasn't that bad of a he wasn't a strict disciplinarian, but he wasn't like extremely mild. He wasn't like the nicey. Like I knew here and
Right.
he was always, you just knew. And the one thing that's funny is that you definitely. Oh, here he's back again.
Well, no, what it is you got all these little.
There's buttons and stuff.
Well, and you got to avoid the buttons, and then all of a sudden somebody comes up.
Now you're crooked. Now you're crooked again. Now you're.
What it is? No, I tell you why. It's because for whatever reason, this is set up instead of all rotate. It got back to vertical.
Yeah, don't worry. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. Okay, so let's try not to touch or breathe. Try not to touch or breathe. Oh, he breathed.
There we go.
There we go. You breathed. Oh. Oh. This is why you have a green room, folks.
Well, no. Then I got all this activity of all these people doing StreamYard right now.
Yeah. All these people.
Where am I? I'm on the Instagram page.
Where am I? There you go. We're here.
Hey, there you are. There you are.
Damn.
We're back. All right. Now.
He's back again. Now
There
we're
we
ready
go.
for some
I
music.
can't imagine how many other things could screw up right now. I wasn't using other words, but I don't sensitive ears.
Well,
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to perform.
hopefully with this without a crash.
Well, no guarantees. You know how many chords I got on the floor right now just to make up for this stuff? Jesus. All right, so what I got to do is I come up with a folder. We're going to call it Experiment.
Yo, what's up,
What's
Nick?
up, Nick H?
Nick, you're missing it, bro.
This has been one of the
you
best
gotta
streams
watch
ever.
You gotta rewatch this, brother.
Yeah, this one's the best one ever.
Well, they say field trips that end up creepy are the best ones.
True.
Very true.
That
Makes
is
you want to go
true.
back. Makes you want to go back for more.
That's right. We'll have him on weeks. Of course, you know what? I do know where this guy lives, so we could just show up at his the life of Peters.
Well, and there's an oxymoron saying, if something could go wrong, it is going to go wrong.
That is true. That is true.
Not everything that I can think could go wrong is going wrong today. Like, for instance, I had no idea I have 1,000 repeats of whatever. Because it never goes wrong, when you by yourself.
That is true. You never leave on work on time.
Right. Now it's loaded. And what I'm going to do is I'm recording me, all right? And this is important as long as it doesn't crash. And I got a point over here so that we pick up.
Uh-oh, he touched it.
Yeah, but I didn't touch the screen. See, we're
Okay.
good.
There we go.
All right, so point down because this is important. I'll use this for reference. I'm recording audio. You hear that. You're going to hear me play piano. But I've got this up here running, and I'm going to bounce up. You see the little blue screen up here?
Yep,
So
we see it.
that's my Pro Tools MIDI sequencer. It takes MIDI notes from here and goes up there. So while I'm recording here live, I'm going to be recording a MIDI. Now MIDI allows me to put any patches. I can change it, can do anything. I can orchestrate it, anything I want after the fact. And then what I do is after I turn it into a WAV file, I replace this video, the audio from this video, with what I've orchestrated. So you see me play piano, but I can play back an orchestra.
Okay.
And these days, if you're going to make it in business, you've got to be able to produce your own stuff.
Yeah.
You got to. You got to, as they say in the business, you got to own 200%, which means you did the lyrics, you did the music, you did the vocals, you did everything. You own 200%. Then you can make money because they want songs that they can put in films. That's where the sync licenses come from. If you go and try to do Justin Bieber all over again, you're going to be disappointed because there's too many people out there trying to do Justin Bieber.
Right.
So what I'm trying to do and what I want to do is on YouTube is train people how to compose at the higher level. Do hip hop, do jazz, do whatever you want, but just do it at a higher level with more theory behind you, so that you got better stuff. You got different chords. It's not just 1 4 5. You know, it's 1 4 5 6. You know, and then you switch to another key.
Right.
And what I teach people to do is go from one key to another, which is what I'm going to do today. All right, so this baby is ready. We're going to record live. Now for the improviser, this is pedal to the metal. This is guts, because I don't know what I'm going to play. But what I got to do is go up to the piano. I got to engage that. Got to turn off the percussion because I don't want to hear that. Now when I play, I'm going to hit different tempos because I'm composing. I don't care about the tempo. I can't stand the tick, 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 tick. I can't do that. It drives me nuts. So I'm going to correct any tempo problems later. And what I do is I take every single note and I actually line them up. If I have 1,000 or 2,000 notes, I'm going to do every one of them personally. I'm not going to use a quantized feature. I'm going to do them personally because that's why I do it. And then I can print out the symphony. So here I go. Don't crash anything.
You tell those chords. You tell them. You tell them right there.
Oh, main chords.
Spaghetti factory down here. All right. So I stare down obligatory at the piano because I have no idea what I'm going to do. And I got a chord right here in my way. It's the light chord that's the problem. You wouldn't believe this shit.
It's gonna trip the whole house. Watch it.
No, man, look. I
No
will.
catch fire. No fires. Please.
No fire.
No
Fire. 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 Fire.
fire.
All right, here we go. All right. I test the MIDI because if that little green light doesn't come on, no biddies.
On screen.
Oh, we could put them on the screen.
I am the Phantom.
I should have kept it there. I should have kept it. Damn.
That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and this is the coolest part: is he just made that up. You will probably
that's amazing. Like just
yeah.
Especially just that last part where he was just everywhere. Like it's awesome. So awesome.
Yeah. So the interesting thing about this now, Dad, is that you take this and then what do you do with it once you've done this piece?
All right. First of all, this frees me from the worry about wrong notes. You always hit them. If you're going to stretch yourself, like I did, and I love doing it, by the way, you are going to screw up. You're going to have tempo problems. You're going to have note problems. But most of the time, I find it's preformed. I don't know how I do it. I can't explain it to you. I've been trying to figure it out all my life, and I don't know who the hell's playing. When I'm in the zone, like an alpha state, I don't know who in the hell's I'm not thinking. I don't have time to worry about mistakes.
I believe
I'm
it.
too busy about knowing where I'm going to be in the next move. You know, like playing pool. What's my next shot? I don't have time to doubt or have self-doubt. I have time to dazzle. When I'm on stage, I'm awesome. Because as I was telling Andy, it was a PVUSD, Paradise Valley Unified School District talent show, and the teachers and adults were invited. Came out on stage, I did this. You know, I stared at the keys, said, well, I don't know what I'm playing, but here I go. And from that point in time, the audience disappears for me.
Andy won, by the way. And he won, by the way.
Well, yeah.
He won the talent show. Yeah.
Well, I don't doubt it.
But it did.
And he was up against people like from Juilliard. One of our friends played in Juilliard, and he outright beat him.
Was in Arizona. Tom Horn is the father of ex-boyfriend of his sister. And Tom Horn was on the school board at PVUSD at the time. And he played something from Brahms, like that. It was a good piece. And, you know, he put all himself in it. You know, he's a good guy. But I got on there, and Mom said, when I stared at the keys for about maybe 20 seconds, and then I figured out what I'm going to do. Then I start. And when I start, the world disappears from me. You cannot get on stage and have self-doubts.
Right.
Something else has to take over. And what takes over is amazing to me. I am so in the zone, I have to be told by other people how to go. Because I didn't know. I was too busy making the music. What I do now, though, is whatever I did here today, I don't know what I did today. Yeah, I honestly don't know. I performed. I didn't know what I was going to do ahead of time. I have no idea what I did.
That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
But it's recorded. So if I did a note, I go up and change it. You know, I can, how about that?
That's smart.
You know, or I change the form. I said, oh, no, this fast piece ought to belong here. I do that. I chop it up. But I have the ability. And if I want strings in there, I put strings in here. If I want horns. And what I do here is, and this is what Andy's looking for. I take my music and divide it into treble and bass. Everything above middle C is treble. Everything below is bass. And I separate. I go and I select all the notes one by one. And then I copy and paste them, and they become an own track. So I have a bass clef track and a treble clef track. And then I start assigning. I may decide to have one track which is all piano, and I'll keep that piano, and I'll grab that same track, I'll duplicate it and put it in all strings. So I can easily put strings in there and play it back. It's awesome. Strings are pretty cool. But then I'll sit there and say, oh, the treble, I want oboe. I want clarinet. I want horn. I need horns. And then the bass, I love bassoon. I said, okay, I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to make a bass. I'm going to make horns, tuba maybe, or whatever. And then after I adjust it and it's ready, I do what's called a bounce down. And then I go up to SoundCloud, which has a mixer. And it does a software by Dolby. It powers by Dolby. And I get it to have the right sound level and the right frequency. And boom, I put it on SoundCloud. What is this? I don't know what it is. Am I a relic from 1800? That's part of me. I do love romantic era music of the 1800s. I love Brahms. One of my favorite pieces is Rhapsody in B minor, which is an awesome piece. And the one Andy and I were talking about, Fantasy, I'm working on right now. And I did this when I was 25 years old. And I had to go back and figure out what I did. And when I realized, I said, who the hell did this? Because I get pissed off at me. Like, what the hell were you doing? You know, this little thing where I was going fast. I dare anybody to try to transcribe that. It's impossible. When I'm going this fast.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
There's nobody in this world that can transcribe that. And what pissed me off is the day that I did this when I was 25, this very piano that I did it on was out of tune. Yeah. And I thought Mom always tuned it. I didn't think to tune it. These little details I didn't think about back then. My harpsichord piece is on. It's called Dance for the King.
Let's play a couple so we can kind of listen to a few. So hang on one second.
Try Blue Violets.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
Like we talked about.
Yeah. Hang on one second. Oh, I got to share this.
For those listening, I can teach anybody to do what I do.
That's amazing. I can literally listen. I can listen to this all day. Like, seriously, it's awesome. But
here's my point, James. If you wanted to do that, that's what I do. I teach. I was a teacher for 26 years.
Right.
I believe in sharing. I really do.
Right.
And don't tell me that you're too old, or don't tell me that I've never done it before, because I can get people to compose within a week. If I can do it within a week, you can do it within a week.
Wow. So what I wanted to first play was something that this is one of off his first album. This is like Dance for the King, and this is my dad when he was a little kid.
Here's the deal. I was 25 years old. You were 3 years old, and in the studio you were playing. You used to play around underneath the editor table. Back then you had to actually splice tape. There's no software. You had to do everything by tape, reel. And it took time to splice the tape. And so when I had you were down on the floor playing with whatever toys I brought. Quietly, you were great, and you were there when this stuff was done. You heard it, probably every single piece, because you were underneath the table. So my son's link to this is real. I would take him down to the Cup Coffee House, and he would play drums, or I put him on the piano down there at the Memorial Unit at U of A. Kid in the Keys. There's a picture of him on there, and he was a cute little kid. He was a babe magnet. That and my ferret Stinky. Girls would come in and say, "Oh, what a cute little kid! What a cute little ferret!" Well, how about that?
Okay, so let's play a piece here. Let's play a piece.
What are you gonna play?
We're gonna play this from. This is from his first album.
Oh, Dance for the King. This was made for a dancer. The song was for a song of dance. She comes out in the New York costume. So at some point in time, she dropped off the New York costume, and she has jazz tights.
Okay, so let's do. Where's the?
Keep on playing.
Yeah, that's what I saw it.
Very good. And you knew it. Talking comes on. She has black pipe and she does country. Now the lady who owned the harpsichord was pissed off. Was blasphemy. What was I playing piano on her harpsichord? Oh my God! I'm having fun.
Okay, so we'll play another piece too from her first album.
Blue
And
Violets.
that's on the right here, right? Do you want to do this cap one? This one? The what?
Which
Where's
one?
my this
There's
one?
only one.
Okay.
You can't imitate every animal in under 2 minutes.
Oh, there's
or
a
karate chop 100 boards. Or ride a horse coast to coast. Next up, Rhode
This is what
With Domino's new
happens.
car side delivery 2-minute guarantee, you can have a pizza headed to your car in under 2 minutes. Just order Domino's car side delivery and check in when you arrive.
And there's
If
the
we take
commercial
longer than
for
2
it.
minutes after your order is ready, your next pizza is free.
Forget Rhode Island.
That's what I get for not paying the.
Offer available to online carryout customers who select Domino's car side delivery. For full details and restrictions, visit domino's2minute-guarantee.com.
SoundCloud?
Yes, it was.
Holy crap.
I know.
Now this is done with soprano recorders. I played the classical guitar. In fact, this is the very classical guitar that I played on.
Okay. I like that song. So then we're going to go to some of your newer pieces. So explain to what you just did with the Medici group, Dad.
Yeah, hold on. Let me. All right. Well, somewhere it's in the other room. I still have the original recorders that I
that's
played
cool.
with. And I have so many chords here. Oh my God, I gotta be very careful. Otherwise, it's gonna go boom, boom, crash, crash again. Yeah. What was your question?
So tell them about your Medici. So you entered a piece recently into a competition. So I wanted to explain that to people.
Okay, so I guess every musician can probably relate to this of self-doubt. It hampers all of us, including me. There I was, the Wunder kid back in high school, winning gold medals. Woulda, coulda, shoulda been. I wanted to make film music, but that cost a lot of money. USC didn't want to do it, so blah, blah, blah. And I had to raise a family, and I'm happy having raised a family, no problem. I was just at nighttime composing hundreds and hundreds of pieces. And there was another guy like me called Charles Ives, who was an insurance agent, and nobody knew he composed. Then he died, and they found out, oh my God, the major composer. And he was great. He printed out everything, and it was fantastic. More 20th century stuff, dissonant stuff, but he was great. I saw I was on Facebook, and I saw this ad saying the Medici competition. I didn't know. I knew what Medici meant, from the Venice, a powerful, rich family that controlled the arts and stuff like that, hired people like Michelangelo, I guess. But so on the lark, I said, well, okay, I had to enter at least one piece. And I did Phantom Kotory Yaznai, which is Russian for phantom that I know. I mean, pardon me, shtick is the phantom. And I entered it. And I thought, well, how funny is this? Ha, ha, ha. Then I found out, I did some research in Medici. I said, my God, they're a major organization, global, international. So I said, oh, And all of a sudden I get an email saying, "Oh, you're a finalist." I say, "What?" But part of me says, "Well, of course." Yeah, because I know how good I am. There's not many people who can just rip off something like that, honestly.
No, you can't.
And when I'm in my alpha, like especially late at night, there's nobody that can come close to what I do. I know this because I'm able to separate me and go into an alpha state and do whatever the hell else I do. I have to listen to it to find out what I did, only to find out I said, I got to transcribe that bullshit. Oh my God. Who did this shit? It's weird. I'm 69 now. But looking back when I was 25 and saying, what the hell you doing, boy? I got to transcribe this bullshit? You got to be kidding me. How do you describe some of this blah, 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 blah stuff? So I'm struggling with fantasy right now because it's an awesome piece. Scary as hell, by the way. Even to this day, it's scary. So it's got thunder and lightning and all that kind of shit.
So explain that. Explain the piece. So when it comes out on SoundCloud, you guys will. So back in the 70s, you tape recorded a thunderstorm, a monsoon in Arizona.
What right? I did is I made the piece first. On the same day, I recorded all the piano in Mom's house on San Bernardino.
Right.
And I recorded all the piano pieces. I did several. The Phantom was one of the ones I've been working on. And it's one of the surrealistic stream of consciousness kind of thing. And so I played it. And that summer, there wasn't much rain in Tucson. Finally, the engineer said, "It's raining, oh my God!" So he recorded the thunder. And so I orchestrated the thunder. I said, okay, put the thunder here. And put it again here. Start off with rain, because I want people to get in the mood, rain. And I was coming up with environmental sounds to go along with my music. As if the piano were out there in a thunderstorm, getting wet and killing the piano. And the thunder, I gotta admit, is the scariest damn shit on the planet. You hear this and you go, whoa, dude. Because I'm playing these ominous chords right here. Deeper in there. And when you put the pedal on, comes in, and it was cool. And even the engineer said, "Whoa, shit! Whoa, what the hell is that?" And I look at it now; it's my best piece ever because it was good. Yeah, and I'm looking at it now because every night I go on there and battle trying to transcribe it. But I'm going to add into the piano. I'm going to add strings, but I also got to correct some of the altitude notes that was because I didn't have it. In tune that day. But with Melodyne 4 or 5, you can go in there and retune it, sharpen it up. And then if I then add in strings, because I got MIDI now. So I've got MIDI, I got the original analog file or wave file now. And I mix it. It's going to be done by a professional, not me. I don't know how to mix it properly. But I'm going to mesh the 1976 version with the MIDI version that I'm making. And when I do it, I actually write it down. These are notes that I wrote down from the piece, and I re-perform it, section by section, so that the timing's right. And when I finish, it's going to take me probably 2 weeks maximum, maybe 3. And then I clean it up. I line up all the notes so they hear at the same time. It's a real pain in the butt. But this piece, I've discovered has been forever. It's the favorite people of anybody listens to it. Because it does. It scares the shit out of it. and I love that. You know, that's the Dracula in me. You go, whoa!
Right. Yeah.
But you know, it is an amazing piece. It is still to this day the most repressive piece. When I did MySpace, you know, MySpace,
Yep.
people loved it more than any other piece I did because it came out what, you know, and it's a mood piece. It evokes emotion. When you listen to it, you are frightened. And then, of course, the thunder comes in and goes, whoa, dude. Another piece, by the way, that you do have is Sweet Melody. And there's a couple of versions, but this one is orchestrated. I haven't loaded up the original yet because I have to clean it up and do a few other things. But Sweet Melody was my daughter Nichole's favorite piece, still is, because it's very relaxing.
If I can find it. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Hang on.
Right at the top.
I have to go and play it again. There we go.
Play the one that just says Sweet Melody. Don't play any other.
This one right here, right?
Yeah, the one at the bottom that says Sweet Melody. There's no
Life
other.
is full of unexpected twists and turns, and falls, cuts, burns, and bruises. When an emergency changes your plans, Abrazo Health makes it convenient for you to get the care you need. We're ready for you with 9 locations across the Phoenix area. Or check in online to let us know you're on your way. Choose a convenient option at abrazohealth.com/ER. For life-threatening emergencies, call 911.
There we go.
At Fry's, fresh groceries are our thing, so we'll check your delivery order for freshness at every step from farm to store, and pick and pack every veggie in your free pickup order with care, because we treat your food the way we want ours to be.
You gotta
We're
love.
fresh every day, so shop anyway. Fry's, fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
And now you'll find more ways to save on your favorites.
We're not
when you download
doing
digital
SoundCloud
coupons,
again.
you can use up to
We're not
5
done
times
yet.
in one transaction. Fry's, fresh for everyone.
Let's use SoundCloud again.
Now the original just had piano and melody surf. I had a guy actually go out there and record surf. Very relaxing. Okay, Andy, why don't you go break from that and go to improv on the piano, improv 3. Show them the difference between doing piano and orchestrating it. This is a good one. This is one I about 2015, I improvised and just uploaded it as is.
Which one do you want?
Improv 3. Which one is it? Oh no, it's the one with the guys in next to a tent or something. Not the one with the little Buddhas.
This guy right here next to a barn.
No, do the one with the Buddhas because I'm sorry, that's the one with just the piano. Try that.
This one right here. The one with the Buddhas back here.
The little Buddhas on a rock.
Okay, there we go.
All right, now switch over to the other one.
You know, if we do that, we go to the commercial.
Oh no.
All right, we got it.
Go to Sparky.
Say that again?
Go to Sparky.
Okay, so we're going to play Sparky now.
Sparky's cool. Sparky was our dog, so this is a dedication to Sparky, your dog. I had him 14 years.
Where is Sparky the dog?
Now, do you have all tracks? Because if you just select the top tracks, you won't see it. I think you found it.
Yep, it's right here. Oh, we might have a commercial. Oh, nope.
Look now. All right, break from this and go to Dark Love.
Say it again.
Go to Dark Love. Only the Dark Love, that's just piano.
All right, I go find it. There it is. Is it just this one?
It should say piano only.
That's not it.
Go up. No, go up.
Go up.
All right, does it say piano only?
No, it just says Hope, instrumental. There's only one Dark
It's the one with the lady in the dress.
Yeah, that's the one.
Go down, go down. It's another one. Go down.
Okay.
And go up so that it goes down to the bottom. No, the other way. There you go.
Okay.
Now look for the same lady.
There it is. There she is. There
now,
she
is
is.
it piano only?
Yep. Nope. There's this one. Hang on.
Yeah. Go down more.
So this is again an example of. So you hear this version. So this is the actual piano. Then we switch it over to.
Well, yours would do it like this one because it sounds like it comes from Scotland.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
Well, and you can hear the difference between just the piano and then when I get my hands on the patches. Now, right now, I'm just using Pro Tools patches. They're okay, but they're not the best. You know, East-West, the Vienna strings are far better than they're used in movies. So I know that I've got places to go. You know, when I finally get into the films, when I find the right people, you know, the right sound editors who make decisions on the films, that's where I get my break.
Okay, so we're going to wrap our conversation up. And I think his phone's gone crazy.
No. I'm just trying to get started.
Yeah.
Good. So, what questions? James, what about you? What questions do you have? What comments?
I don't know what happened to James.
What's that? I'm here.
Okay, he had questions. Do you have any
sorry.
questions? Any questions?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, it kind of spotty a little bit.
Yeah, no worries.
I was gonna say yeah, it's been amazing. Like the talent level is amazing. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna say like since you started composing, you said 13 years old. How many, like, if you could give like a rough number, how many compositions, how many songs do you think you've written, like throughout your time? Like
1,000.
Oh my God, I believe it. I believe it.
My point. And I'm not kidding. Andy knows, he's seen the cassette file. It's all filled up, and there's maybe 10 to 12 to maybe 13 or 15 pieces on each cassette times 100.
Wow.
Plus, that's not all the stuff I wrote down on paper. And that's not all the MIDI files. When MIDI was invented in 1990, I started doing everything in MIDI instead of cassette tapes. Because cassette tapes are really hard to transcribe. So now I do it. I got MIDI files. I did an experiment with me one time to see how prolific I was. See if I'm full of shit or not. And I produced 20 symphonies in a row over 2 hours. One after another, and they're good. I mean, they really are. And I said, Jesus, what do you do with that? If you're listening and you're talented, what do you do with it? And how do you take it? It's hard. It's difficult to understand. I mean, I don't know whether I'm going to win this competition or not. Who knows? I'm more interested in the fact that they wrote back and said, we'll help you find orchestras for your pieces. That I'm excited about. Because after I get with real performances, with real parts written out, and that's a real boy stuff. That's the big boy stuff. You know, then I have a better chance of getting into film because I think my stuff is that good. Why not? I mean, John Williams does it. You know, Hans Zimmer does it. Why not me? And why not you out there? If you're a person who's interested in composing for film or like that, why not? You know, what I want to do is I've already written 6 chapters of my music theory. And I don't have people start reading. I have people start doing. You know, they do fifths, perfect fifths. 7 half steps, all over the piano, both hands. And then add in the major and then the minor. All over the place. And just do it. That's how I started, because I didn't know what I was doing. There was nobody around back in the days of 64, 65, you know, to help me. There was nobody.
Right.
I'm on my own. I didn't get the support that people now give kids. I had to provide my own support, my own methodology, algorithms, whatever I used. I had to fight people. I remember in sophomore, I entered a composition contest where I wrote down my piece. He said, "Oh, you have to have college level theory before you can compose." Well, screw you. I do what I do. You know, and when I saw the rules laid out in college theory, I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I do whatever I want to do. And I'm telling you out there, do whatever you want to do. Don't let rules and other people's opinions destroy you.
Right.
You know, do what you do, because I've been fighting that all my life. You know, Andy's seen this. You know, like, what do you do with a father that's bizarre, you know, that does this kind of shit? You know, your little kid sitting underneath the editor table and your dad's composing this weird music, you know, that's cool, I think.
It is cool.
That piece with the recorder, the guy told me, he said, nobody's ever done it. Nobody's ever done it. You did recorder with jazz recorder with guitar. Who's done it? Nobody's did it. Back then, nobody did it. You played recorder for Renaissance and Baroque pieces. That's it. Andy played recorder back in high school. He played clarinet too. And also when he took up guitar, he's a pretty good classical guitarist. I mean, he just makes his stuff up, so he's got it in him.
Right.
But so do you, and so do other people. And it's just I had one guy said, "Oh, Andy, I listened to you in the parlor, like the ice cream parlor. I wish I could do what you do."
You can.
I said, well, "Do you respect me?" I said, "Do you respect my opinion?" "Well, yes, I do." So I put my hand on his shoulder and said, "You're a composer." He said, "That's it? That's it, dude. That's it. You just need permission to become great." He later became the director of the Voice Arboretum up north here in Arizona. And I met him, and he said, "I still compose every day. I have a blast doing it." That's cool. You know, yes, I can't read my own music very well. So what? And yes, I won medals, competitions, you know, last minute. You know, just like you did. I did that on purpose. I didn't prepare a damn thing. I didn't know what I was going to do for you guys. And whether it came out good or bad, you take your chances. Sometimes it comes out great, sometimes not so great. But the good news is I can cut it up and make a better piece of it, you know, if I have to later on, because it's MIDI. I wish I'd had that in the beginning. I had these little teeny dinky reels. Andy's seen them, stuffed in the little things. I got all these cassette tapes. What the hell do you do when you're that prolific? And what do you do when you still have to work? You know, you guys have to work for a living. What do you do when you're trying to raise a family? Well, I put my family first. Andy knows this. You know, my kids are everything to me. I'm being bashful here, but I have really good kids. They're solid people inside. They pick up trash. How about that? They don't leave it. That rates with me. They're like animals. And they're good to the kids, and they love the kids. That's a success story. The music is great, and I want to leave it. Right now, my mission is to be able to leave finished pieces, not just stuff on paper that they're going to have to thumb through, but finished pieces. And yes, it would be kind of cool for the family if I won this competition. And it'd be kind of cool if some of my music ends up being performed. Right. How cool is that? Because they've listened to me all their life. You know, and sometimes saying, you know, why didn't you do this sooner? I had my first album, Answer the King, listened to by songwriters who wanted to buy it outright, but I didn't do it. I'm my own worst enemy. We all are, folks. We all put ourselves backwards instead of pushing ourselves forwards.
Yeah.
And that's I don't care what you do, what walk of life, we all do it. We all are our own worst enemies. I'm my own worst enemy too.
True.
Very cool. Well, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. It is. It has been amazing to talk to you. You know, it's interesting. Yeah, it's been interesting because getting prepared to talk to somebody you've known all your life is very different, and being able to highlight all of the amazing accomplishments and the stories and actually be able to convey them, you know, is really fun, because I've heard all these stories a million times. So it was fun to convey it to others and be excited again, you know, kind of exciting again to hear the stories from when I was a kid.
When it's your dad.
Yeah.
Like my dad, you know, oh yeah, Dad didn't know symphony.
That's what I was describing when you had disappeared for a bit.
You know what? That sounds like the last symphony. Guess what? I'm the same composer. Of course there's going to be similarities. God, how many people can make a symphony from their butt, you know, and just do it?
Right.
I know. Well, guys, this is awesome, though. It's so awesome, though.
By the way, I think both of you are doing a great job.
Thank you.
Whatever I can do to help, you know.
Yeah, well, definitely. Yeah, well, hopefully everybody will be able to view this. We had a great audience tonight, actually. We had people come and go. We had good friends. So I appreciate everybody who's...
Look, we invited 3 people that you can't see. And
yeah, 3 people are there that we don't know who they are.
People that you didn't see them. They're in the background. One's called Larry, Mo, and Curly Joe. You know, they were also at the Suns game. They were relief people on games 4 and 5. You know, they were doing the work. You know, yay, Aiton, yay, yeah. Yay! Yeah, Chris Paul.
So we're referencing the fact that the Suns have now lost their lost the finals.
We won, man! Jesus Christ! You know, but you know, Larry, Mo, and Curly Joe were active on there. You know, let's drop the ball a few times. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, he steals it at the last minute. 3 points and we win the game. We go to game 7. Oh no, let's fall on the floor and let's have what's his face steal the ball. Poof! There goes our dream. No problem.
Well, on that note, everybody, thanks for joining. We appreciate all of our viewers, and this has been a blast. So sorry about that. Some of the technical difficulties, but that's actually it was kind of fun that way too. Yeah, it's part of life. We'll see you guys later, and we'll see you soon.
See ya.